doing today is we're going to work on learning how to analyze graphics. Alright, so when we see a graphic, we see a picture, an advertisement, how do we analyze it? How do we figure out what it's there? Okay, so before we start that, I'm going to show you guys all of these. These are little boxes of cereal, right? And I want you to just tell me, what are some things that you notice? What are some things that you like? What are maybe your favorite? How would you choose that this is your cereal?
This one says it's a good source of vitamin D.
Okay, so that one says it's a good source of vitamin D. Good observation. What else do you say?
This one says whole grain.
Yeah, both would actually say whole grain and then good source of fiber, like Isaiah said. What else do you notice?
The nutrient.
Good. The nutrition facts on the side, right? They have the different calories and stuff like that. Now, when you go to the grocery store, or when you go to Family Dollar, when you see these all on a shelf, what jumps out at you? Do you immediately look at the nutrition facts?
No, the pictures.
You look at the pictures on the front, right? And so you look at the picture on the front, and what stands out to you?
How the cereal.
Yeah.
Okay, the appearance of the cereal. Okay, the little cartoon characters. Good. Anything else?
The name.
The name, and that's pretty much it, right? Good. So we're actually going to look at two different graphics that are both on this box right here. The first one we're going to look at is nutrition facts, and then the second one is going to be the graphic on the front, right? And if you look all over a box, you guys can each take one. If you look all over the box, there's all sorts of different things going on, and everything's on here for a reason, right? So everything's very purposeful with what's here. Kellogg's shows us that it's made, right? Who the overall producer is. So you have General Mills cereal, right? Like Cheerios, and then you have Kellogg's, and Kellogg's made all of these. So you see the Kellogg's logo. You see pictures of the cereal itself, of the product. You see sometimes there's fun little anime, right? Animated figures. There's the title. This up at the top. Do you know what this is?
Is that
When
the
it
like?
expires?
Yeah.
Yep, expiration date down here at the bottom. What is this used for?
Like when you're buying.
Yeah, it's a UPC or a bar scan code. Good. What else do you see on here? What are some other things that you notice?
The ingredients.
Yeah.
Vitamins and minerals.
Yeah, ingredients really tiny, vitamins and minerals. What's all of this on here? What does that tell you? Recycling.
And then there's no questions or comments. Who to call.
Good. How do you know how much is in these boxes?
The nutrition facts.
Okay, so that says, how did you find out? Okay, so at the very bottom you see how many grams it is, and then Daisy, you said to look at the nutrition facts, right?
Yeah.
And it usually says one box and it tells you how many grams. So mine's 34 grams. How many is yours?
37.
37, 25,
27.
27. So if you were going just by grams, that's the best choice, right? So there's all of these different things that we see when we see graphics. And the point is that we need to understand three things when we look at graphics, all right? So I'm going to write these down. I want you guys to write these down too. So when we're looking at graphics, so write down, when looking at graphics, ask, and then there's three questions. And the first question is this. Here you go. HLC. When looking at graphics, ask. And the first question is, what's the purpose? So ask yourself, what is the purpose of this graphic? Now the second question to ask is, why is it there? And the third question is, who is the audience? Now, these are the three questions to ask yourself, but it doesn't matter which order they go in, because they all relate with each other, okay? So, when you talk about these cereals, let's pick two that are a little bit different. Let's pick Mini Wheats and Fruit Loops. So let's look just at these two cereals. Well, let's do Frosted Flakes. This will be better, all right? So we have Mini Wheat and Frosted Flakes. Now there's some similarities, right? So some things we've already noticed that are in common are like that they're both Kellogg's. They both have pictures of the cereal, right? But their audience is different. So when we think about their audience, how would you say that the audiences could be different between Frosted Flakes and Mini Wheats?
I think the kids go more for the Frosted Flakes because they're like sweet.
Yeah. If I had a choice, if I had a choice, I'd pick Frosted Flakes, right? And you said it's because they're sweet, and you said it's because of the tiger, right? So you would say that the audience for this would be maybe kids, right? Smaller children that are looking for that sweet cereal, right? The tiger makes it look what? What does the tiger do?
He's fun and friendly.
Yeah, he's fun and friendly, right? Now, over here, who do we think the audience would be for mini wheats?
More like adults.
Adults.
Older people, adults. What do you think? Why do you think that it's for older people or adults?
Because the cereal's supposed to be healthy, but it's also supposed to taste good and sweet.
Okay, so it's supposed to still taste good, right? We want it to taste good, it's food, but it's also supposed to be healthy. Now, what extra information is on this box that's not on this box that lets you know it's healthy?
It says made with 100% whole grain.
Yeah, it's made with 100% whole grains. And like Isaiah said earlier, it says that it's a good source of fiber. And so the author, the creator of this graphic, added this extra information to show us that it's healthy, right? And so when you're talking about the audience, it's important that this audience is different than this one. The people that are buying this are going to be people that are concerned about that, that are looking for that in a cereal, okay? Now the next question on there is why is it there? Okay, so why is it there? Why do you think they put Tony the Tiger on?
To get people to buy their product.
Yeah, to get more people to buy your product. What is having a tiger in the front of your cereal? How does that
To
help people buy
attract
your product?
kids. To attract kids.
To attract kids, right? You see a Disney cartoon, all of a sudden kids want to buy it, and if they're in the grocery store with their mom, they're going to say, Mom, this is the cereal I want, right? Now this one doesn't have a cartoon, but it just has a little mini wheat, right? Why do you think he's on there?
To tell the kids to buy theirs.
Okay, so maybe appeal to them. Why else? Any other thoughts? No? How does the cereal look? Does it look gross? Have you ever seen real mini wheats?
Yes.
Yeah. Does it look like real mini wheats? Kinda. Does the Frosted Flakes really look like Frosted Flakes? Kinda. Right? I think that on the front of cereal boxes, the cereal actually is better than it looks in real life. Do you feel like that?
Yeah.
Have you ever
Like
seen food
that.
commercials?
Yeah.
Yes.
McDonald's.
Yeah, food looks great on the McDonald's commercials. Or
When you get in a live,
They just throw everything together.
And so when we're asking ourselves why it's there, okay, think about this. Food is supposed to be appealing, right? Food is supposed to look good. And so one reason why they put food on there is they want you to see what their product's like, but they want it to look good, okay? And so when you think about that, you ask yourself that question, why is it there? Why did they put whole grain on it? Why does this one have a tiger that says they're great, right? So ask yourself those questions, that why is really important. And then the third one is this, what's the purpose, okay? And so for purpose, you guys learned an acronym last year, right? In the PIE, what was that acronym? PIE, and what did it stand for?
Persuasive,
Interchange, right? To persuade, to inform, and to entertain. Now, for graphics, you're usually going to find them in one of those two, either to persuade or to inform. Okay? Now, this one, the front is to persuade, right? What would the side one be?
Informed.
To inform. What about the ingredients?
Informed.
Informed, okay? So you see that it's a little bit different. Now, this one we already said was to persuade. What are they trying to persuade you to do? So buy their product, right? And so when you're answering this question, what's the purpose? You could say the purpose is to persuade you to buy their product. Now, what's the purpose of showing McDonald's commercials? Yeah, to go and be a customer, right? What's the purpose of showing Beats by Dre commercials? To show that they're loud, to persuade you in thinking you need them, right? They're superior to other headphones, all of those different things. It's to persuade, right? Now, when you get, have y'all ever seen those commercials for like allergy medicine? And it's persuading you at the beginning because it's all fun, all of this stuff. And then what happens at the bottom when they have all of those little facts? May cause headaches, diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, all of that stuff. What is that doing? What's the purpose of that? That's informative. So those two go together sometimes, right? You're persuading you to do something, but you also have to inform about the nitty-gritty and the details. Okay, So now that we've done that, what I want you guys to do is to take this. We talked about how this purpose is a little bit different, right? This purpose isn't just to persuade. And what I want you to do is I want you to answer those 3 questions. And you're going to answer those 3 questions on your note card. Okay, so y'all are going to do this together. Y'all are going to answer each of those 3 questions on the back side of your note card based on the nutrition facts. Awesome. So, overall, the reason that we wanted to give you guys this strategy is that when y'all take the STAR test next week, there will be graphics, okay? And they're going to ask you questions about those graphics, and those questions are going to be along these lines. What is the purpose? Why did the author include this graphic? What is the purpose of this, okay? And so if you can answer these 3 questions, if you have that in your head and you can answer those, then you're going to be better prepared to answer those questions on the test. So we're going to keep this in our journals. We're going to tape it into our Irwins. And then when you guys get the questions on the STAR test that have graphics on it, I want you to stop before you answer quickly, right? And ask yourself these things. Okay, hold on. What's going on here? What do I see? What do I notice? What's the purpose? Why is it in there? Who's the audience? Okay? Asking yourself those questions is going to help prepare you guys for this. Sound good? Okay, y'all are dismissed.